Tomorrow's Wisconsin Supreme Court election is turning into a referendum on the national fight over labor rights. The groups, including the Tea Party, backing the conservative incumbent, are already spending nearly $2.5 million, while the liberal opponent's campaign is nearing the $1 million mark. The heck? Whoever wins could make a difference in the current challenge to the governor's law stripping unions of their collective bargaining rights. Time to let the Willis watchdogs out. Dave Kansas is an editor with the Wall Street Journal, and my first editor ever, may I add. Andrea Tantaros is a Fox News contributor and former Lehigh grad, as am I. Andrea, we're going to start with you. Well, what is this?
Well, it's proof that all politics is local, for sure. I mean, we've been talking about the Middle East, we've been talking about the economy, but still Wisconsin is on the forefront. And I think this is one of these issues that it's not going to go away. You see it in Wisconsin, you see it in Ohio, and you see the money that pours in over something as small as one judge fight. These judge fights really matter. I mean, the Supreme Court of Wisconsin, they make a lot of decisions, and they have the possibility of reversing this decision in Wisconsin, this Walker bill, which would be huge and have tremendous economic impact.
Do you think it's going to happen?
Well, I think the incumbent probably is going to win, but there's so much money in this race. I'm from nearby Minnesota, and it's really unusual to see a race like this has gotten really, really nasty. Some of these ads are like, you know, borderline accusing these judge candidates of criminal activity, and because of public financing laws, they really can't spend money to let people know who they are. They become kind of bystanders in their own election as people kind of fight it out above them, which is kind of a shame because, you know, it's all being driven by national issues groups as opposed to finding out who these two candidates really are.
But what happens to the collective bargaining if they win?
Well, it's not a sure thing. It's not a sure thing. The Supreme Court, there is kind of two conservatives, or four conservatives, two liberals, one swing. This might, I mean, it's not clear that if the liberal won, that it would suddenly repeal everything. Be still up in the air. If the incumbent who leans conservative wins, the collective bargaining laws have a better chance of sticking as the Governor Walker has proposed them.
Certainly becoming a national issue, though, man. Even out in your little Midwestern heartland
battleground.
Right, whatever that is. Yeah. All right, we got Transocean giving its top executives bonuses, believe it or not, for achieving the, wait for it, best year in safety performance in our company's history. Despite the explosion of its oil rig that killed 11 people and spilled 200 million gallons of oil into the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, really? Andrea, are they kidding?
Yeah, this falls into every stereotype of, I think, the big oil company. So you look back, they had this pay structure in place over the last couple of years, and they were still fatalities. So they're thinking, we'll just keep throwing more money at them to get them to, I guess, keep people alive. It really is ridiculous. I mean, these people should be doing their jobs. BP is a company that's cut corners before. This is not going to fix their problem, just throwing more monies at their employees.
Robert Cray's up in the newsroom with us, I think, right now. Robert, doesn't this make it just big oil seem that much worse?
Yeah, Tracy, it really does not play. It plays into the stereotypes, just as Andrea said, and really into the stereotypes of, you know, big, large corporate America and the largesse of the CEOs and the corner office and the executives here. And you read this filing, and it says, quote, notwithstanding the tragic loss of life in the Gulf of Mexico, we achieved an exemplary statistical safety record. What? Is this like having 4 small accidents is a worse year than having one in which you total your car, and that so suddenly it's better because there are fewer instances? It's really hard to get your head around their reasoning there.
Dave, notwithstanding BP?
Well, what's more incredible is after all the non-surprising criticism came out today about this, the company has come back out and said, you know, we're really, really sorry for the loss of life, but we still think we beat our safety record. So crocodile tears are being shed, but they show no indication that they're going to change their stance on this, and they're going to continue to pay out.
This is just bad PR. And this is
way bad PR.
Like, if you want to do something, first of all, don't put out a statement like Robert read, but start a fund for the families or the children,
right,
scholarship
donate your
funds.
bonus. Do something.
I mean, I don't know who's advising them, but it's not me. It's not any of us.
Well, I don't know. Bad PR is an understatement on that one.
Yeah.
All right. I've been waiting for this story. New numbers out show Budweiser could be surpassed by Coors Light later this year. I know. New numbers show sale of Bud are down nearly 5% as Coors Lights are up nearly 4%. Now, Bud's sibling, of course, Bud Light remains #1 and far ahead of Bud and Coors Light. Robert, what do you drink?
You're starting with me?
Yeah.
Well, there's no accounting for taste. None of the aforementioned names there. But, you know, Will mentioned that, you know, that all the big guys are coming together, and pretty soon they're all going to be under one umbrella anyway. If you sort of believe these mega behemoths like AB InBev, of course, which is controlled out of Belgium these days anyway,
Right.
not from St. Louis anymore. In fact, they bought Goose Island in Chicago for about $39 million today. They announced plans. So one of the smaller guys getting bought up. Although I will put in a plug for our local homebrew Brooklyn across the river here.
Oh, amen, amen. Although I was more of a Miller Lite girl when I had money. Not in college. When we were in college, we were broke.
Yeah.
We drank Keystone.
Beast Light.
Schaefer.
There you go.
Shaper.
It's taken over. Do we care?
One of the things that's interesting is that in beer, when you start to lose momentum, you just told me you never can get it back. I mean, Schlitz was number one,
Schlitz.
gone. Pabst Blue Ribbon, number
yes,
one, slipped
Pabst.
down, gone. I kind of prefer PBR in the can myself, but that has not helped bring it back to the top. So as Bud looks like it's in this inexorable slide to oblivion, which is hard to believe and will probably be hard on sports marketers because it's such a big spender there.
Yeah, but you know what? Our kids will just...
Shipped over to Keystone.
That's it. They'll move back. What's old is new
Yeah.
again, Dave. All right, we got to get to this story. It's like a scene out of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. A Florida Homeowners Association is preparing to vote on regulations banning the kids from playing outdoors without adult supervision. That means tag, skateboarding, use of loud toys banned outright. Really, Andrea?
This story made me so sad.
We're worried about fat America.
I know. Thinking back to my childhood and all of our childhood, and we were encouraged to play outside. We did play outside. Parents didn't have to check on us.
Right.
This is very sad, and I think it plays to a larger theme, the foregone childhood. Everything from the Tiger Mother to now this, from the Florida Homeowners Association, you can't play outside. What are they doing to our kids? I mean, really, is there a war against having kids have a normal childhood? What's so bad about that anymore?
Did you